some people are so amazingly good at what they're doing? And it's not a rhetorical question. I want real answers. Do you know?
Enjoy it.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay, practice makes
Because
perfect.
they work like hell.
Okay, they work like hell? No. Not the answers I was looking for, but I will stop at one answer. Talent. Exactly. Talent. Did you know? Are you a mind reader? Talent. I think that talent in today's society is a toxic notion. Because if you do not have an innate ability that you're very good at, you're immediately labeled as anti-talent, and you're worthy only for dull and boring robot jobs. I'm not saying that genetic blessings do not help. It would be absurd to say that a tall person is not good for basketball. No. All I'm saying is that there are a lot more abilities today that used to be considered innate before. And it was found out that actually these abilities are the result of hard work and determination over a long period of time. In 1763, a 7-year-old kid named Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was about to embark on a great tour in Europe. The crowds flocked to see him, and yet you could barely see him behind his big piano. They say that Mozart had what they call the perfect pitch. You may think, what is the perfect pitch? Well, the perfect pitch is when a person can identify all the musical notes using only his ears, played by every instrument, no exceptions. Now, at that time, it was believed that only 1 in 10,000 persons could do this. Imagine, he was so gifted. In today's society, Mozart would have been pretty average, judging the kids his age. Now, I want to ask, is it talent, or did we just learn how to learn better? In his book called The Role of Deliberate Practice in Obtaining Expert Performance, Eric Anderson tackles this subject. And while studying these so-called miraculous talents, he finds out that, shockingly, they're not so miraculous at all. Now, coming to our present, 200 years in the future, in Tokyo, Japan, a music teacher makes a group of 24 kids and tries to teach them using the Suzuki method. Well, the Suzuki method in music, it means that you teach all the kids the musical notes to be recognized only by the ear, and after that you give them the actual physical notes to start studying music. Well, guess what? After 1 year and a half, 22 out of the 24 kids have managed to develop the perfect pitch, of course. The 2 kids that didn't develop the perfect pitch were the ones that quit after 6 months. Now, were the ones that, okay, what do I wanted to talk about next? I wanted to show you that those kids are not that special. And just like Mozart was not that special, because he was trained. Did you know that Mozart's father had all the musical instruments in his house? Like, Mozart started music maybe before he even started walking at the age of 2. Did you know that he also had a sister who they believed she was more talented than him? But because it was 1763, women didn't really have rights then. So she couldn't be up here on the stage because she wasn't a man. Now, you may think, okay, Razvan, but why aren't there so many stars in this world? Well, my beloved guests, the answer is simple to that. There are not so many stars in this world because we are humans, guys. And sometimes as a human, you get tired or you lose your determination. You simply don't want to do it anymore. Like, imagine maybe those of you who got into competitional sports or any activities, after a year or 2 of practice, you come to a contest and you take the 4th place. That sucks. After all that work, no one gratifies you for it. Now, I want to present you what deliberate practice actually means. You see, let's take a sport, I don't know, or an activity you guys want to excel at. Ping pong, okay, ping pong. You choose ping pong because you like it. It's really important that you like the subject you want to spend most of your life with. You choose ping pong. You first start to play with your friends and family to see how it goes. Then things get a little more serious and you get a coach. Now, this is where deliberate practice differentiates itself from practice. Because this is not practice for the sake of practice, this is practice for the sake of improvement. And for deliberate practice, when you get a coach, the coach looks specifically for things that you're not good at. And he knows to present you those things in such a way that you don't get mad. Because after you trained a few years, it's pretty bad to train on the things you do not like in an area where you like and you are good at almost everything. Now, how does the coach do this? Okay, he finds where the student lacks, then he sets the mindset. He invents different scenarios and teaches the kid to invent the certain scenarios, because at some point you don't need a coach anymore, because no one knows you better than yourself. You need to learn how to learn and then apply that on yourself. In the end, I want to tell you that for me, at least, talent, it is not miraculous. No, talent is something that you work for again, and again until you make it. So when you want to develop a talent for something, put on your marathon shoes, because this isn't a sprint.
I'm starting to regret that I'm not listening to metal music. Ladies and gentlemen, work is overrated. All you need in life to succeed is talent. Or is it? Razvan thinks otherwise. He thinks that the road to success is paved with hard work and marathon shoes. My evaluation today will be structured in 3 main areas. I will say something about its content, about delivery, and the language that Razvan used. And I will say something that I liked about each one of those 3 categories, and something that Razvan can or could improve if he thinks properly. Before deep diving or giving into the details, I would like to say that talent doesn't have anything in relation to conflict, and you may like or want to revisit your speech topic for today, because from my perspective, you didn't achieve your objectives. Having said that, I really like that you had a good and clear structure. You had a story that enhanced or followed your message, and let us know exactly why you think that work is exactly what you need to just achieve success. And you also presented facts from a book that you read about what it takes to get to mastery. The thing that you could improve is the fact that you had two ideas. I spotted the idea that in order to achieve success you need to work, and also how you can, or how the coach helps you with the deliberate practice, what you said. For me, these are two ideas, and you could have two separate speeches in order to show us and give more details about each one of them. When I'm talking about delivery, I think I really like the fact that your voice softened a bit when you talked about why we don't have so many stars in our world, because we are humans, and after 2 or 3 years of practice we get the fourth place and we get discouraged. I really like that, and I thought that this is one of your strengths, being natural on the stage. Having said that, I think one of your the things that you could improve is exactly that. You showed nervousness on the stage, and I think this was the main thing that will propel your speech even greater, being more natural on the stage. The third thing, language, you used appropriate words. However, you had some issues pronunciating some words, and I think for your objectives it's very important to have very clean English. In summary, I really like that you have a good structure, you had good vocal variety, and you could revisit the pronunciation and the fact that you had two messages. And of course, you could do another speech about conflict.